damn good time. It's a damn good time podcast. Damn good time. Damn good time. It's a damn good time. I feel like my chair's a little scoot over a little more into the shot here.
Get on over here.
Yeah.
Be shy.
See a little more of me here.
A-D-G.
I heard you breathe in. I thought you were getting ready to say something. Because I was getting ready to say, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. I'm Steve Schaefer.
I'm Cody Adams.
And this is a Damn Good Time podcast. Hitting you with it. We're back in the studio.
Football time, baby.
That's right. That is correct. You're not wrong about that. Let's get out of this song here. Not that it's a bad song.
Just jamming. It's jamming. We
A
back.
little more volume.
Just blowing people out right now.
We'll take her out. Not that we don't love you, Scott Paris of the Paris Accord.
We back. We took a week
But
off.
we're back, yeah. We took a week off, and we didn't let anybody know anything about it either.
Nope.
I sat there and thought, like, hey, man, I got to remember to put, like, a social media post out or something, and then I just didn't.
We say that all the time. We need to get better at that. We
Yeah.
just don't.
We
So
need to get better at a lot of podcasting. But,
Yeah.
hey, we're rookies still.
we're still rookies.
We're still, and you know what? There's been a major overhaul in the studio,
majorly.
as you can tell. We put up a black sheet,
So rankly.
and we got a little better lighting. Because the black sheet's there because you may or may not see there's some shadows there. But without the black sheet, you could really see the shadows.
And it drives us crazy probably more than it does you.
Yeah.
If you're just listening, you're like, I don't give a shit.
I don't care.
So-
I don't even see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Never care. Never care.
Yeah. But hey, we made a few little adjustments.
But hey, you know what? Check us out live. You can see us.
Yeah.
Feel us.
You can see us and feel us.
Sensory deprivation. Wait. Yeah. I don't know.
No, sensory overload is what you're looking for. Deprivation be without sensory.
That's how we make you feel. You have no feeling.
You cannot even feel it.
You don't even know what's going on. What am I even watching right now?
You should be
I'm
able to see us
scared.
live right now. For some reason, my live feed isn't coming up.
No, we're good.
Okay, cool. Cool. Cody will be monitoring the chats.
As always. Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, we took last week off, Labor Day. It's
Yeah.
like, let's not labor on Labor Day,
Right.
Not that
Yeah.
this is really a labor.
We
but,
don't work too hard for this.
I mean, you don't see the pre-setup, the pre-us bullshitting using most of our material that we should be doing on the show that's probably gold,
yeah.
making ourselves laugh. You don't see any of that.
Also, the fact, too, that we have families
Right.
that love us and want to hang out with us, and we have to be like, oh, nope, sorry, we're doing the podcast.
Yeah. It was a holiday weekend. My wife took that Friday off, so I was like, yeah, you know what? Well, let's just not.
Right.
Let's just enjoy the day. Let's
Yeah.
enjoy the weekend.
Yeah.
We could have did it on a different day. We talked about doing remote casts and stuff like that, but we're just like, you know what? Let's just enjoy the weekend.
Why labor on Labor Day?
You know, because, we normally record for about an hour.
Yeah.
But it's an hour to get going, set up, do stuff like that, get our kind of plan together.
Our 1 hour cast is usually a 4 hour night.
Right. So, yeah, and then I live, 20 minutes away, so you put that time in there.
Right. Yeah, no, we don't need to make too many more excuses,
No.
The only reason we didn't do it is because we're not getting paid for it yet.
Yeah, and if you weren't,
Share us with your
if you were
friends.
upset, just, go to one of our 100 and how many, what's the episode
dude,
number?
we should be at like 128 right now.
Go back 127 episodes and, start
Oh,
from
we're filming 127 right now.
27, my lucky number.
Yeah.
And my birthday. Maybe that's why it's my lucky number.
That's your lucky number?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, because I specifically remember as a kid, if anybody ever told me to pick a random number, and if it was 1 through 100, it was always 27. Always 27.
Really?
Don't know why.
Yeah, 27 is kind of like, it's got that 7 in it, but then there's 2 of them. It's 2 sevens.
Sure.
I don't know. Speaking of which, it's my dad's birthday, so we will. I'm gonna text him live right now.
Let's call him. Put him on the show.
Call him, put him on the show.
Yeah, fuck it.
Well, my dad's a little more.
That would be hilarious. Like, hey, Dad, you're on the podcast right now.
He knows I do a podcast. I doubt he's ever watched one.
And I'd be like, what the fuck is up, motherfucker?
yeah. What's that cussing guy?
Backstory, Cody's dad has met me a couple times, and he's like, he seems like a real nice guy, but why does he have to swear so much?
Yeah, why does he swear so much?
It's my thing.
I think it might have been the second time he met you. Was at my wedding?
Yeah.
I think maybe you guys met once before that when we lived together. He came and visited the restaurant or something, and you met him there. But
probably only met that dude 3 or 4 times.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah, he lives a little further away from, not that far, but far enough away that he's
Yeah.
As we were kids, he was here all the time, but then as we became adults, it's like, well, yeah, I'm not going to come and just hang out with you guys while you live in a trailer.
Just to meet that dude that cusses too much.
Yeah. But no, it's his birthday today, so if anybody knows Ron Adams,
happy birthday, Ron Adams.
Tell him happy birthday. But yeah.
But anyway, yeah, so we had we had the Labor Day weekend. We've got football kicking off.
We did. Mm-hmm.
I do want to throw out real quick. Last weekend we took some hard hits in the celebrity world. I feel like me and you both lost a hero that's different to each of us.
Yep.
You lost your best friend Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah, my dad is the one that as growing up as kids and being in the boat scene and stuff like that. And my dad was a big Parrothead fan.
Yeah.
That's what they call the Jimmy Buffett fans, your Parrotheads. My dad would go to a lot of concerts, get like front row seats. He's had Jimmy Buffett on his houseboat that he used to have and stuff like that. So we listened to a lot of that music growing up. It's he was the probably, I wouldn't say he was the beginning of the Beach Vibe type party music.
Right.
Kinda. I mean, unless you think like you go way back to I was like, well, how far do you go back? Like Beach Boys? But
I mean, Beach Boys probably started it, but nobody did it better than Jimmy. And that's, I was never I'll give my kind of my status. Or,
ahead, yeah.
I don't know, my summary of Jimmy Buffett from a person that wasn't even really a Buffett fan, but from his death, I've heard so much about and that's one thing you always said is like, you got to go to the concert. Like, maybe you don't like his music, but you got to go to the concert, man. Like the concert's where it's at.
Yeah.
Even if you don't really love Margaritaville or any of the other songs he plays, the concert he's all about the fans, and it's always a big party venue, and that is probably what I wish I missed. I think I missed out most is not necessarily always having that island vibe or jamming to his music and stuff like that, but it's I do wish I would have gotten to go see a show.
He's a fabulous entertainer. He's got steel drum bands going on there. He's bringing he's got these beautiful women singers that are awesome that do parts in the songs and
right.
Your Kenny Chesney's and your country music party vibe. That all came from Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah,
all came from Jimmy
Buffett.
There
are so many people that have modeled their careers off of him.
Right. It's yeah. Because what do a bunch of drunk beach going dare I say, I mean, Let's be honest. It's
White
pretty
dudes.
much white dudes.
yeah. Old.
A lot of women there,
Yeah.
but too. But the crowd was pretty. But I mean, that's in Pittsburgh. It's like I'm not. Whatever.
Right.
But the more
No,
I
I
want to
wouldn't-
listen to,
I would
jam
not
music.
Do not feel ashamed of that statement. I don't
Yeah.
Anybody can go in the comments and say whatever they want, but that was not racist at all.
Yeah. What do they want? They want to hear Jimmy Buffett. I mean, that's
There was
pretty much it.
probably a whole lot of other races and religions and creeds of people that were there.
Yeah.
But that's definitely
He's-
a white dude vibe party, for sure.
He's not. He was never had the best voice or was the greatest singer.
Right.
He just had some good, meaningful party songs.
I mean, he had bangers. I'm
Oh,
not going to
yeah.
deny him that. It's just I'm a person of the moment and the situation for some forms of music, and that was one of those. Like chilling on the boat for sure.
Yeah.
Driving my car, probably not. You
No.
know,
No.
but then I did, like I said, like I wish, and that's all I've heard, and even from you, and then ever since you've died, like.
Yeah.
All these reports and stuff saying like the dude put on a hell of a show.
Yeah, I got to go to a handful of concerts because he always played over in towards Pittsburgh. It was a big open pavilion, like all grass seating pretty much.
Yeah.
Besides, unless you got right next to the stage.
Right.
But the parking lot party was
yeah.
bonkers nuts.
Yeah.
It was just fun time. Good stuff.
Tailgating at a concert,
Yeah.
drinking margaritas, bro. Like that sounds dope.
But even like, one of my closing song for my wedding was "Pirate Looks at 40."
Yeah.
Just one of those songs that I've kind of brought into my life. It's just kind of like a very meaningful, because it is very meaningful song.
Yeah.
If you listen to it, it's very meaningful, and it's like,
And it's not
It's
one of those like upbeat, like, hey, we're getting drunk on a beach. It's more like, hey, let's sit back and relax and take it,
chill, and it's about your friends, and it's
reflect on
about like,
life, and
man, which I haven't turned 40 yet, but
Yeah.
we're getting there close.
Right, yeah.
It's for sure one of those things where it's a vibe. But
right.
yeah, very
Yeah,
sad,
so-
very sad. Apparently,
It wasn't a damn good time when it happened, but thank you, Mr. Buffett, for all the damn good times that.
Yes,
I
sir.
mean, I would almost say he was probably the king of giving people a damn good time.
he probably was.
You know,
I mean, I put him up there at the top of the charts at least,
Yeah.
for sure.
so we lost Jimmy Buffett. Then a hero of mine that we lost then was Bob Barker.
yeah, oh yeah, mine too. Yeah,
Bob fucking Barker, dude. Made it to 99 because
Price is Right.
he wanted to get close without going over. know?
Oh God.
You know what I mean? Like it was
Yeah.
so fitting, And dude, I just remember as a kid, my grandma babysat us a lot, and that's what we watched. We watched
The show, yeah.
cartoons in the morning at 11 o'clock. The Price is Right came on. We had to watch The Price is
Yeah.
Right. Once Bob Barker was over, we had lunch, and then after that, she watched like all the soap operas.
Right.
Then it's like kids go play outside. Grandma's got to watch her shows. But like Bob Barker was such a fucking staple growing up. Like I was actually I did like Drew Carey, but I was pissed whenever he got to take over the show because as a kid I wanted to host that show.
Right.
You know what I mean? I always wanted to be on it. I always wanted to meet him, and I always wanted to then like be the host. Like I could beat Bob Barker. Like that was.
But that's us growing up with him, and then growing up, with the SNL, then him being on Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
It was so hilarious.
Yeah, yeah. When he made that cameo there, and then he played like he wasn't so sweet and sensitive. He
Yeah.
was just that nice guy towards the end. He beat the shit out of him
Yeah.
and stuff. Like,
Saying, Price is Wrong, bitch. You want a piece of this? No, I want the whole thing. Like, beats the shit out of Adam Sandler. And then,
Yeah.
yeah, it's hilarious. So
yeah, dude. I just remember as a kid, one of my dreams was to be like get there on stage, and fuck, it's been so long since I watched. I forget what it is. When you're in there making the bid on the prizes to get up on stage.
yeah,
Contestants row.
yeah,
I would just want to be like $1 Bob.
Yeah.
And like have that bitch hit. Like something about
Everybody
a $1,
goes over. Yeah.
Yeah, something about a $1 bid that hits is pristine.
It was a method a lot of people, I think, took down
Yeah.
to that, you know. Just you throw up a buck because your chances of winning might be
Or
pretty
even-
good.
And then even likewise is whenever everybody underbids and you're like 601.
Did you ever see that where that like he was a little bit of a weirdo, but he'd watch the show every single day religiously
Mm-hmm.
and like somehow could remember the prices, a little Rain Man-ish, maybe.
Yep.
Um,
He was the counting cards of the.
and he came on
Price is
and he
Right.
knew the exact price, won that, so you win like an extra $1,000 right at the rip,
Yep.
and then just like just ran through, won the whole thing or something. I don't know if he got to showcase and won that, but
Well,
like,
I think he won it all. Like because getting in the showcase showdown is all chance
on the
based
wheel.
on the wheel.
Yeah. I don't know if he won the wheel, but he won everything up into the wheel. I don't think he won the showcase because
Right.
that would have been on the video too. I think he just won. He won that.
But yeah,
the
no,
bidding to the dollar and everything else to the dollar. He's like,
but
it's higher or lower. He's like, no, it's 295. It's lower. And
Yeah, they made
flipped
a-
it, and they're like, what?
they made a whole documentary on it and shit too. Like
Yeah,
it was nuts. And like that's the other. First off, first pipe dream, winning by $1
right.
in the contestants row, getting on stage, spinning the wheel, getting $1 there, so you get your 10 grand would be dope. Megan is Showcase Showdown,
Showcase
the
showdown.
fucking Showcase Showdown, and if you bid yours, what was it, within
Catalina
100
wine mixer.
within $100,
Yeah,
you win both.
yeah.
Like I used to lose my shit as a kid when people won both.
I wonder how many times that happened. I don't think it happened. I
It
know
doesn't-
it happened,
Yeah.
but I don't think it happened very many times.
I mean, in my for the span that I watched it from like fucking 1987 to probably 1995,
yeah.
probably saw it like 6 times at least, you know. But still, but yeah, not to drone on too long about The Price is Right,
Yeah, because it's about Bob. You know?
but yeah,
Bob was a good dude. Get your pets spayed and neutered.
get your pets spayed and neutered.
Yep.
Rest in peace, Bob. Thanks for giving us lots of damn good times. We'll miss you.
Good on you living to 99, man. Whew.
And then there's a third one. I'm not super familiar with this guy, but I mean everybody is. But it was his name was Steve, so I should be able to relate to this. Lead singer Smash Mouth died then too. That
Yeah, I
same
heard
weekend.
that. Yeah.
Like it was a hard hitting weekend.
Comes in threes, man.
Yeah,
Comes in threes.
yeah, and I mean like he had bangers from fucking, and they were all seemed like they ended up on Shrek movies one way
Yeah.
somehow or another. Which that's still fucking cool. It's like, oh my god. Everybody loves my music, even children. Let's put them in a fucking cartoon movie. Why the fuck not? You know?
Yeah, I'm always scared when something really bad happens because it seems like the comes in threes type thing. And, you know, you can pick little things out if you want, but typically it's always pretty bad and
Yeah.
pretty memorable when it does come in three, and it typically does happen.
I will say the one thing that rang hard with Smash Mouth singer Steve is that he died of liver failure. And so it's like, we can relate to that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, like, maybe we should start worrying about our livers.
Because he
but
quit drinking. That was the problem.
let's stop talking about death.
Yeah.
Let's.
Anyways, yeah.
But still, thank you
tribute to
all,
those guys, and
thank you all thank you all for giving us a damn good time. Sorry you died. Hopefully, your memories will last forever.
Live on. I'm sure the Price is Right's gonna live on forever. And
Yeah,
like,
we got Drew Carey doing it now.
like we're watching Price is Right. Eventually, you're gonna be like, I'm gonna watch old Price is Right. It's gonna get on that old network. You know, for us, eventually we're gonna get older.
Yeah,
You know, by the time we're in our 60s, we're gonna be like, we're gonna put reruns of the 2000s back on or the 90s, and they're
right.
gonna be like, here's old Price is Right. We're like, son of a bitch, Bob, I gotta watch this. I
a
gotta
little of
watch
that
this.
nostalgia
Yeah.
because the sets were different. They looked different. They looked 70, 80s,
'Cause that's,
90s,
you know, That's what our grandparents or our parents were doing. Like they're flipping back and be like, oh, these are the TV shows I grew up on. I'm like, yeah, me too. I'm watching Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah. I don't know too many generations that look back
Yeah.
and watch game shows though, but
I mean, there wasn't a lot of game shows back then, so yeah, that makes sense because they didn't have the technology then to
Right.
spin a wheel like that. But yeah, no, we're gonna look back. Technology will be way more advanced, and things are gonna be a lot weirder. I mean, I've always said you can judge society on its humor, right?
right.
And our humor is getting to a really weird place, right? To where everything to make it funny or not.
From like 2018 to now, it's gonna be weird humor where you have to be inclusive and woke.
But
But I
yeah,
feel like we're finally starting to break that.
yeah, I'm not talking quite about that, but
Okay.
let's ignore that for a second, if we can. I know it's hard to, but can we ignore like the everybody get offended shit?
Yeah.
Just what makes you laugh in general.
Yes.
You know, it used to be back in like let's say the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a little stick comedy.
Yeah.
You know, cream
Fucking
pie,
like Three Stooges.
cream pie in the face, blah blah
Yeah.
blah. And even though I say that right now, everybody goes, oh, "Cream pie in the face."
Yeah.
You know. So what I'm saying is,
No, they're not laughing. They're getting hard when you say.
yeah. What I'm saying is, that's the mentality, right?
Right.
So
Right.
it's getting twisted. Our mentality's gotten twisted.
Yeah.
Our comedy's gotten twisted. We've gotten to a point where it's gotten to like an extreme, and you got to make fun of socialisms, like we're just like basically saying, to
Yeah.
make it funny or norms or out of norms, whatever it might be. That's how our society is right now. At least I feel like that. At least in the populace, the major populace.
Yeah.
That's why comedians are the comedians they are. You know what I mean?
Right.
They gotta have emotion. They gotta be weird. They gotta be a little awkward. They might have to, you know, just be different and outside of the box.
Right.
So as this evolves, so we'll see how we can check back in the next 10 years. It's gonna get weirder.
Yeah.
It's gotta get weirder to
Yeah.
make it funny. Still, like,
Well,
obviously, ironic and surprises will always be good.
my question is, with everything that goes on anymore, with the fact that we can sit here and put this
Mhm.
show out and talk mad shit about whatever. Literally anyone can do what we're doing right now.
Right.
We kind of hope that you don't, because we want you to watch us instead. But you know, the 16 people that watch us religiously, you can do this yourself.
Right.
And with so much content out there, it's like, how much of it actually becomes original anymore?
Exactly.
You know, like, I even throw back to, remember Dane Cook? Dane
Yeah.
Cook blew the fuck up.
Huge. Became a movie star real quick and all kinds of stuff.
Explosive, like
Yeah.
selling out arenas overnight. And to the fact where, like, there were other comics out there, like, he literally kind of like stole that joke. And I was watching this like TikTok series documentary, you know, it's part 1, part 2,
Mhm,
3, 4,
mhm.
5, 6. Which usually I hate those, but like I like Dane Cook. And then you hear these jokes, it's like, fuck, dude. He didn't necessarily steal him, but he
took it, but he reworded it or whatever it might be.
right. So
He plagiarized the shit out of it.
he did, but like at the same time, it's like how much do you hear? Do you take in? We're so surrounded by content that you forget that you actually heard that, and then you think it's an original idea. All
Well,
of a sudden.
I mean, it's like I've always wanted to like invent something cool.
Right?
Good fucking luck.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
it all comes down to your marketing. And then once you market it, like maybe
And-
it starts getting popular, and then you got to patent it, and somehow you
Marketing
have to have,
and your execution too.
yeah, you got to have some kind of patent. I mean, you know, I love seeing the little TikToks of like Shark Tank pop up,
Yeah.
and they have some stupid idea. It's like, oh, I thought of that 15 times, but it's like they marketed it and they're patenting it and they're getting bigger and bigger. It's literally about having a brand and making it popular. That's it. Because
Yeah.
somebody's already thought about that. It doesn't matter. Whatever.
Right.
It did.
And I think I talked about Sam Mosley been on the show before, and I was like, and I've even thought of this as a chef, even as an artist. It's hard to create anything new. I mean, still you're creating new, but you're not inventing new colors.
Right.
Like him as a musician, he's not inventing new chords, or he's not inventing new words that hasn't already been said. As a chef, I'm not creating new flavors. I'm just putting them in an order that might be different than somebody else has done before.
Right.
But at the same rate, like there's gonna always be similar. So how much of what you do anymore is original content?
And I said that's where Dane Cook excels.
Yeah,
That's where
because he executed it so much
Yeah.
better.
yeah. He's
Sure,
just
maybe-
good at telling a story, and his body language, like
Those jokes, the jokes that were in question weren't word for word.
Yeah.
They were just eerily similar, but he obviously did it better.
yeah, that's what
You know
that's
what
where
I mean.
like Kevin Hart. That's why he's so good. He's short and he's very emotional about
Yeah.
everything he says and the way he sends it out.
Right.
That's why there's always a guy that's funnier, even though he's not funnier than you.
Right.
He's funnier in the group just by the way he projects himself,
Yeah.
by the way he holds himself, by the way he does things. It just makes them funnier.
Yeah, you got to sell it.
Yeah.
You got to sell it because, like, even, you're working with a group of guys, you always have that one dude that's just dry as fuck, but he says something, and it just like, oh, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Well, just stop talking. Just
Yeah.
stop fucking talking. But if I was like, so then I sit there and I think like, okay, I get where he's going with that, and he should have been like,
Yeah.
and that's why I said you don't flush the toilet twice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
It's just like
you didn't nail the fucking punchline. You didn't sell it.
It's nailing the line or just nailing the stupid comment that was just like, and
And-
maybe and putting the perfect word in there sometimes too, like just makes everybody go like, what the hell?
Yeah, yeah.
And then it's funny, It's
Yeah.
just kind of like
Expand your vocabulary a
the
little bit.
the shock and awe, and then just being a little bit goofy too. You're goofy, but then all of a sudden you hit him with you hit him with something that's so smart. They're like, oh, he's just being goofy the whole time. They just hit him with something so smart. Oh my
Yeah.
god, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's
It's like
delivery.
saying, yeah, you're working on plumbing and somebody springs
Yeah.
a leak on something. The guy's like, why is there water on me now? Like, that's not funny.
Yeah.
Like, but if you're like, whoa, what is this liquid all over me? And everybody's like, why did you choose that word first off?
Yeah.
Secondly, it's obviously the pipe of the look at this silly guy. You know,
Yeah.
like,
If you took 5 or 6 different guys and you stood them in a room, and then say you had one big chubby guy, and he took his shirt off, and then all made him deliver the same joke, I bet that big chubby guy's getting picked because the shirt's off.
Bert Kreischer.
Yeah, Bert Kreischer.
I mean, now I do not want to take away from Bert Kreischer at all but like
No, you can say it.
he made a career based on the fact he took his shirt off. That was the kind of shock and awe and appeal, but he does also have the content to back it up though. That's what I want to say. I don't want to say like his
But
jokes,
he's not. He's
his-
not
his whole-
hilarious by any means.
his whole shtick, his whole gig isn't just the fact that he takes his shirt off. He is pretty fucking funny.
He's funny, but he's not like the best comedian ever.
No,
He's got a story of a lifetime.
yeah.
Now, how much he embellished that, we'll never know. But like, it's a
Right.
story of a lifetime. Now there's a movie about it, and there's all this shit about it.
Well, and,
Like, that made his career for sure.
and if you listen to him on podcasts, he does say it's like, yeah, no, sometimes I had things in the story to make them better. He's like, my wife will tell a story and it's dumb, but
Yeah.
I can tell it way better, and she'll be sitting there and be like, that didn't actually happen. Like, but yeah, how much better is it? No. He's a fucking storyteller, and
I
that's
know.
I think that's what I
we've
like.
said this before. I think we talked about this before.
Probably.
Literally, I think we talked
Probably.
about this before because I'm like, my wife does that, and I'm the one going, that didn't happen. And, and like, I'm correcting her, and I'm like, I should just let her go because I
But-
sound so much better when she's telling a story.
yeah,
And I'm like, I didn't do that. But she's like, oh, Cody, but he was so good. And like, he did this and this. And then I'm like, all right, well, all right.
Well, I'll take it.
Maybe I did do that. I don't know.
because it's a better story, and that's another thing is, I'm not gonna say outright lie about everything, but advance it a little bit,
I mean,
extrapolate it a little bit, make it a little more grandiose.
Storytelling's been around since the Stone Ages, probably. Like
Since
it's
the invention
always,
of words.
since people started talking, people were talking
Yeah.
shit, talking stories, and things are funner when there's a good story about it. And maybe that's where our conversations are lacking. We're like all afraid to tell, extravagant because everybody's gonna
and
call
once
our shit
again-
out. Everybody's gonna call our shit out on Twitter. Or they're gonna call us out.
but-
We all we've had this conversation.
And once again, it's how you tell it.
Steve, we've 100% already had this conversation.
Yeah.
I don't know what episode it was, but we've had this conversation before. I know it. I'm already feeling it. It's like I'm having the biggest deja
Yeah.
vu in my life. We've had this exact same
Yeah.
conversation, which is hilarious, which is fine.
Yeah. Hey,
There's
it's
nothing
all
wrong with
cyclical.
it. Sorry, guys, I'm cutting in with this, but
It's all cyclical.
yeah, no, it's how you tell it. It's
Yep.
your emotions and
Yep.
your body language and everything. But
Yeah.
keep going.
Because I
probably killed it, but
No, I'm kind of the same. You're just kind of supporting what I was getting at. It's like
Mm.
there are people that'll tell me bullshit stories where they're lying, but they're a terrible storyteller. So I immediately like, you didn't do that.
Yeah.
No, you're full of shit. No, there's no way you ever did that. But if you tell it to me in a very exciting, comical, very interesting way, I'm like, okay, you know what?
Mhm.
I'm like, maybe he didn't do that, but I'm gonna let him have it. I'm not gonna argue with him at all.
no.
You know what I mean? Like if you project it in a great way and you're very passionate, I don't know what it takes is passion, comedy, or however, it's more about the delivery. If you deliver it in a way that I like to ingest it, then sure. But if you if you make bullshit taste good, I'll eat it.
Oh yeah.
But if you give me bullshit that tastes like bullshit,
I'm fucking fantastic at that.
Yeah.
Like I'm really good at giving you bullshit
yeah,
that tastes great.
yeah,
And you go, oh yeah, but then I always go at the end of it. At least I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure our good friend Derek Keck has told me on many occasions. He's like, yeah, Cody was just like talking about blah 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 blah, and he's like, oh really? No way. He's like, and then Cody would be like, I don't really know, but it sounded good, right?
Well, yeah, I'll be right at the very end of it. I go, at least I think so. I'm not sure though.
I could be wrong.
I'll go through a whole spiel. I'll give you a 2-minute explanation
Yeah,
on something that sounds very logical. And I'd probably say of all the bullshit I've given out, I'm probably at maybe a 30% correct.
Yeah.
But that 70% I give you, it makes sense.
very believable.
It makes sense. And you're like,
Even
yeah,
if-
no,
even-
that's
even if-
fact. That's fact.
Even if not believable, it's entertaining enough.
Yeah.
But
But then
that you're going to take it as truth, and then you'll maybe go do some research later to see, like, what, I'm interested in that thing that Cody said. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh, no, he was way off.
at the end of it, I'm like, I think so anyways.
Yeah.
And I just walk away. Or I'm like, change the conversation. Everybody's like, wait, what? No, wait, what? He just gave like a 2-minute explanation of how pomegranates grow.
Yeah.
And he has no idea.
And he's pretty sure they're underwater. I think cranberries are the only thing that has to do with
Mermaids picked him. I don't know. And he explained how mermaids were real, but
Right.
son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch, if I wasn't intrigued.
Yeah, I mean, I'll wrap you in.
Right.
I'll wrap you in for no damn reason, pretty much.
No, there's
But it's actually in my head. I'm thinking I'm trying to ration it out instead of me just trying to think inside of my head. I'm just putting it out in front of you, and then you go, "Some bitch, that sounds right." Then there's always one guy that might be in the background and go, "No, that's not right," and I'm like,
actually.
"All right, well then tell me what it is." And they're like, "Well, here's what it is," because I just googled it. I'm like, "See, this is where our conversations got lost. Right here, boom." We can't make shit up anymore, and it passes from
No.
mouth to mouth, and then we get false information.
Right. Yeah.
That become facts.
Sometimes they do. Sometimes they do.
But yeah, anyways.
Anyhow, throwback to how you were like, "Hey, I feel like we've done this before. I want to do something again that we have done before,
Let's do it.
and we haven't done it in a while."
Oh, is it touching wieners again?
I was gonna throw a joke out. I was like, "Yeah, let's shut off the lights and play Who's in My Mouth." Stole that one from Dane Cook.
Son of a bitch.
No, let's rate a beer.
Oh yeah, we haven't done that in a bit.
No.
It's probably getting warm as shit, so we probably should.
So I already know how this tastes, but I want to know.
Well, you're cheating then.
I want to know. Yeah.
So I bet you could have made up a story of how you know Modelo Oro.
I like the whole low carb thing,
Okay.
and then in light of the whole Bud Light fiasco, heard that Modelo is now the number one selling beer over Bud Light.
Okay.
So I figured out, like, hey, you know what? Maybe there's something to Modelo. Let me try this. This is there.
I do love the gold line on here.
I mean,
see that?
The marketing on this is dope.
Look at that gold line. Look at that gold line, just sexy laying on there.
It's a skinny can, like most of the low carb deals. 90 calories, 3 carbs, 4% alcohol.
Okay.
It's showing a winner.
All right. Cheers. We'll give it a shot here. Did I drink it all at once?
You can if you want.
I was like, half. Interesting flavor.
Yeah.
I had to burp that off, Mike. Sorry. Interesting flavor.
Let you give your rating first.
Hang on, let me get back. Let me get back for seconds here.
Getting a little deeper.
It's got something different in there. I don't know what it is. That might be because I've been drinking the Kiwas Light at the same time. It's got flavor to it, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And I want to say it's drinking this, so like this is kind of
Let me taste your Coors Light.
messing with me. It's almost a more of a it's not bad, by the way. I want to put that out there first. It's not bad at all.
Okay.
It tastes good. There's almost a little more of I want to say floral or grainy. I don't know what that is. Cactuses.
Yeah.
I don't know. Good.
Sorry if you just heard me burp.
I'm gonna rate a 4.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
I don't know what that flavor is. It's messing with my head right now. I don't know what it is.
I'm going to tell you my opinion on that flavor is that it's dog shit.
What is that flavor?
I don't know. I'm not a big fan.
It's like they're trying to make it a dark beer or some shit, but it's not.
Something is terrible about it. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't recommend it. Like 4.5 out of 10. That's not good.
I know my system was always thumbs down or thumbs up. I'm giving it a straight thumbs down. I hated it. I bought a 12-pack, and I had 2 one night, and I hated it. And then, it was the only thing left in the fridge. So I tried it. I'm gonna smash some beers tonight, and I had to muscle through 6. I had to try my best to get through 6 of those. I do not like it.
It's a weird aftertaste, and I'm imagining if you keep drinking them, that aftertaste is going to build. So now you're even hating it more. Because right now I'm giving it 4 out of 10 because I'm like, that's very drinkable. It's very watery. It's got some little flavor to it or whatever. But yeah, I don't know what that aftertaste is. It's it's bothering me that I don't know what it is.
So I got by a gimmick. 100%.
You got.
I got by a gimmick because I bought that. It's like, oh, it's a low carb beer. It's 3
carbs. That's most beers.
And so my normal drink of choice is Miller Lite, and I even looked Miller Lite's 3.2 carbs, 96 calories, which is what 90.
Yeah.
4% alcohol, and then I forget the alcohol content. It's 4.2. It's the same fucking beer, but Miller Lite actually tastes good. It's a little more carbs and a little more calories, but it's also a little more alcohol. So it's basically the same. If you put it on a ratio, why the fuck did I buy that instead of buying a Miller Lite? I got got by marketing on that bullshit, dude.
I thought I was about to get got at a gas station the other day. I was in there and there's a dude in like work boots all dirty and you
Yeah.
know, and his in his button up and I'm like, no, I've been there before. I used to be back there, you know, surveying stuff, like being like muddy and shit and coming in, like getting my case of Coors Light and leaving. This guy's standing outside like looking around. I don't even know if he knows the beer cave's in there or whatever the hell it might be. And I go, or he goes to me, he goes, what are you getting? Just Coors Light. Oh, okay. The way he said it, I was like, oh, am I messing up? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't give a shit, whatever. And then I go up, I put my Coors down, like, I just had to stay in line, a couple people, whatever.
Right.
And then a couple people come behind me, and then he's behind me. I go to leave, and he's got a 6-pack of Bud Light Lime, and I'm like, wow, you just chose literally probably the worst beer in here, besides Modelo. Or
Dude, BLLs aren't terrible.
They're not terrible, though.
They're not great.
Yeah, but I thought he was judging me because like, oh, okay. But then I'm like, oh, no. He just, he was looking for like some 6-pack advice to grab, but he wanted something a little fruity, but he didn't know.
Yeah.
So he probably needed my help. But I was all like dressed up, so maybe he was scared to ask me. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. I was trying to figure out like, so you almost felt like he was judging you based on your purchase,
Mhm.
and then lo and behold, he's buying BLLs.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, like I walked in, and like he was kind of in front of the door, and I was like coming up, and I'm like, oh, excuse me, and he's like, oh, what are you buying? I'm like, oh, just case Coors Light, and he's like, oh,
I just had,
okay, like just upset about it, and I'm like, oh shit, like what?
I just had an epiphany. I don't know how well this is going to go over in light of all the controversy and
shit.
everything.
Yeah.
But why the fuck didn't Bud Light sponsor Dylan Mulvaney with BLLs?
I don't know who that is.
Dylan Mulvaney is the trans woman
Okay.
that Bud Light sponsored.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Like this is how much I give a shit about it.
But still, wouldn't it have made more sense if they sponsor that person with somebody they're not going to alienate their entire conservative?
You're walking a fine line here,
Market.
brother. But yes, it makes complete sense.
Well, that's the thing is I don't feel like I'm walking a fine line because I don't give a shit.
Well, we
Either
already
way.
know they fucked up, right? We already know they fucked up. We already know they fucked up. You're not walking
Whether
a fine
whether it's your personal opinion or not,
line. Yeah.
the sales show that they fucked up.
If they would have did that to Coors Light, guess what? I'd still be buying fucking Coors Light. I
Yeah.
don't give a shit. That's
And
my
that's-
drink of choice.
And that's what I said. Mine's Miller Lite, so it doesn't fucking
yeah,
phase me.
it doesn't phase
either
me.
way.
But either way,
But still, maybe they would have been better off doing a BLL co-sponsorship then,
Bud Light Lime all day.
because all the Bud Light drinkers, every single Bud Light drinker that they lost was not, I will guarantee you, was not religiously drinking Bud Light Lime.
Oh, but they were all closet drinking Bud Light Lime.
No, I doubt it. I doubt it,
Dude,
bro.
there's so many dudes I see at like gas stations and stuff, like grabbing a 6-pack of Bud Light Lime, throwing it on the counter.
And they're still doing it though.
Yeah, no, yeah, they don't give a shit.
They're still doing it in the closet.
And
They were the only fucking ones.
and I'm not saying it's because of their sexual preference. I'm just saying it's because they're like, they're grabbing a 6-pack. They don't really drink beer.
Yeah.
They want something kind of sweet, and they want
Yes.
to crash them up.
But that's what I'm trying to get at is you're not going to alienate your entire conservative market that you hold by attaching or by co-sponsoring with a trans woman on Bud Light Lime, because that doesn't hold that big of a market. That doesn't hold that many. And then the people that love Bud Light Lime are still drinking Bud Light Lime.
Right.
The people that love Bud Light aren't, because they're bigoted.
Do you wonder what Anheuser-Busch does for a Budweiser commercial for the Super Bowl this year?
Oh God, I don't even care. You know what? If I'm being completely fucking honest, I don't care.
None of it gives a shit to me. But like,
I'm gonna be out
They're gonna-
smoking a cigar when that commercial happens, or I'm gonna not be paying attention whenever it happens,
I
and it'll
just-
be the talk of the fucking workplace the next day, and people are like, "What? Can you believe this?" And you're like, "I don't know why they did that." And they're just trying to win us back, or oh my
Steve,
God, they're leaning into it. Like
this-
I don't give a fuck.
this goes back to my point I made before,
Yeah,
and how the art of conversation's gotten lost. People don't know what to talk about anymore.
right.
Like, they
They
just
go.
don't. They don't, because all they can talk about is social media and what happened here and what happened there.
Yeah.
You know, you talk about weather stuff. Like, I'm around a good amount of people that aren't on that shit in
Yeah.
my job. No, they just want to talk about how fucked up the world's gotten, of course, because
Right.
they're older. It's hard to find a balance in the art of conversation. And then I find that my head hurts a lot when
Yeah.
I do get into like a really good conversation, because I have to explain everything I say a lot too,
Yeah.
to a younger generation, or to our generation even too. It's like, you should know what this means. You should know what this is, but you don't, because you're so caught up in whatever else.
Right.
Because I don't know shit about what's going on in like the news most of the time, and like, so like I get told that. I don't have time to worry about it. By the way, one, I got 2 years.
Yeah.
Two, I got a kind of demanding mentally job that kind of like consumes what all like my normal shit.
Right.
And then three, when I'm not in any of that shit, when I'm hanging out with my wife, or I'm playing video games, and I don't give a fuck.
I like to dabble a little bit in certain current events and shit.
I should. No, you totally should, and you should be pretty wise to it. But
and
I just don't want my head to hurt anymore.
a lot of it too through different podcasts, which I listen to a wide variety that have hosts that are left leaning, right leaning, and middle leaning,
Yeah.
and so you hear different opinions about some other shit, and a lot of times it's all small digs or small this, little
Yeah.
that, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay, maybe I should know a little more about this. And so then I start to do my research,
I will do that too. Yeah.
and but I fucking hate that I say I start to do my research, because that has become,
The hardest thing to do ever.
well, no, that phrase alone has become, to me, associated with a lot of people that lean a certain way.
Oh yeah.
Do your research, man. Figure it out. You can't listen to the mainstream
Yeah.
media. You got to do your research for yourself. How many people have you heard say those fucking phrases that are off their goddamn wagon?
A lot less than I used to.
So I'm sorry.
Thankfully.
instead of I don't do my research. I do a quick Google search, look
Yeah.
at some topics. I pick from a couple different news sources to kind of get a variety of different angles of looking at things, and then 9 times out of 10 it's like, I don't give a fuck, and then I
Yeah.
move on. Like,
'Cause we're tipping toeing, like we always said we'd never talk religion, politics, any of that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
shit. We might touch on it a little bit, just dip a toe in it, but we don't ever want to get too serious into it, because like that makes a whole, you're a one-sided
Honestly-
platform. Then
honestly, if there's a way to get serious into it without being the fucking loud side, because that's the only way to actually get into it and have a podcast that's based on politics, is to be the loud side. You cannot survive as a podcast and that is involved in politics or hot button topics, or even a lot of current events.
yeah,
You can't do it and not be one side or the other.
yeah,
Because you'll get grilled if you're straight down the middle, or if you're this way on that topic, or this way on the other, on the next one. You'll get grilled by both sides.
oh yeah,
Like it's hard. Like, and I'm tired of hearing about this fucking silent majority. I'm like, no, the silent majority is normal fucking people that don't give a fuck.
yeah.
like,
I mean,
why can't we just be fucking people?
they do, but they don't. It's like they're not just all in on your shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's not all in on your shit because
There's
like
so many conservatives say they're silent majority. I'm like, no, I fucking hear you. Shut up.
it's not being it's not being understanding. You can't have. Look, you can say like we could sit here and be, Steve just step toe another side, but you can sit here and say,
but hey,
you're one way or the other.
Maybe we should.
Oh, I'm trying to like walk out of it real quick.
Segue into. Have you seen this video yet?
But you can listen. Let me walk us out of here real quick before you do anything. Either way, it doesn't matter because if you do it on a podcast, you're going to get hate either way.
Oh,
doesn't
true.
matter.
No matter what you put out there, somebody's gonna hate you.
And we just don't want that. And our stance is our stance. It doesn't matter. If you want to find out, come talk to me. It's whatever. Or text us or hit us up on our handles or just message down below. Whatever.
Yeah.
We'll have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody, we're all getting tired of that shit too.
And the cool thing with me
There's
is
too many podcasts and too many places out there where everybody's doing their own political shit. Go do it. I don't give a shit.
and one of the cool things with me I'm wrong all the fucking time. And if anything, I love it when people tell me that I'm wrong. You know what I mean? Like I have this thing in my head gets hyper focused on it, and I think this is right, this is awesome, this is cool, this is what's going on. And somebody's like, you know what, actually here's why it's not. I'm like, oh fuck, I never thought about that.
But we won't turn into that, and we're not going to.
Unless you want us to. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah,
Hey.
Steve, let's carry on. You got some dumb shit to show me. Let's do some dumb shit.
I have a video, and I'm stealing this bit. It's not really a bit. Your Mom's House podcast with Tom Segura and Christina Pajitsky.
Stealing bits again, eh?
They have this video that they found, and it's on YouTube. You can find it right now. It is live up on YouTube, and I'm not going to show it, but I'm going to show it to you.
Oh, great.
Not to the listener, but the listener will be able to hear it.
I don't know if I like that.
but all I'm going to say is this is on YouTube right now, and anybody can. If you go to Nair
Can I veto it stopping at any point?
Nair hair butt removal tutorial or butt hair removal tutorial.
Look at the beginning.
No, it's way worse than you even fucking think. So
Okay. We need it plagiarized for
reference, this is how hairy my butt is right now. Step
don't think
one
we'll get
is
it for
to
audio.
squeeze this cream onto your hand. So I'm going to be doing just that.
and if you're listening,
All right, now it says to
It's
apply
actually an
a
attractive
thick,
looking Asian
even
dude.
layer to cover hair. Do not rub it in. So let's do cheeks as well.
didn't
Setting
know
a
Nair
timer
comes
for
in a
3
squeeze
minutes.
bottle
Don't
now.
go
Oh my
past
God, no,
3
they-
minutes.
they edited this one.
That's fine.
No, because it used to show his whole asshole, dude.
Well, no, I don't want to see that.
Well, that's the funny part of the bit.
Well, good. I'm glad your bit's ruined. I'm not seeing that. So, goodbye.
No, bro.
Yes, bro.
This
Avoid
is,
that and just hope for the best.
No, you already ruined it.
oh, they blurred it.
All right, that's fine.
Oh my god, that was one.
But
Why'd you want to show me some guy's
this
butthole,
is
dude?
hilarious. It's just mind blowing the fact that it was on YouTube for the longest time. It had 43 million fucking views.
Okay.
And because of certain stipulations in YouTube's guidelines that say if it's
It's a butthole. Yeah, you can't have that on there.
but no,
Oh, because it was medical. Or
they
something
allowed it.
on those?
Yeah, they allowed
Yeah.
it for. It was on there for 3 months, 43 million views, and if it was tutorial or educational or what was the other one, documentary, it fit into those certain guidelines to where it was allowed to play. And this dude, you saw his ball bag hanging and shit, bro. You never saw a dick, but he just turned around, you saw his butthole and his balls hanging. And then he would wipe the cream on and shit, and then wipe it off and show his results. It was more of a shock video. I wanted you to see it.
Oh,
I wanted to
thanks.
share that with you.
Thanks. I appreciate that you want me to show me some guy's butthole. I really, really appreciate that. I'm glad it's censored and I didn't have to see that.
Oh God! I promise you, it was hilarious and it was something you should have seen. Man, they finally took it down. If we would have done this last week, you would have fucking saw it.
This is what I gotta deal with, folks. This is what I gotta deal with.
You don't
I try to keep him in line. I don't know how to fuck.
You don't think that's funny?
No, I don't want to see some guy's butthole getting aerated.
I know you don't want to, but if I surprised you with that, I would love to have seen your reaction if it was the real deal.
That's what I was talking about earlier. Where comedy's gotten to, and how you gonna make your friends laugh.
It would have been.
This is the
funny.
shit I'm talking to. He's got to surprise me with the butthole to make me laugh my head off. Is what is in his mind right now? Like, oh, I'm gonna get good. He's gonna laugh so hard when I show him some butthole. Yeah. Got him.
Or maybe like I wanted to see the look on your face, like maybe the disgust.
You wanted to laugh at my reaction. Let's get this straight.
Yeah,
you wanted to laugh harder at my reaction because
Yes.
this is like this is reaction comedy that we're in more than anything else. This is why you got all like the TikToks, people doing stupid shit. Like,
yeah, dude, how many millions of views have people put up on
Going out.
YouTube of like my reaction to watching Two Girls One Cup? But I wasn't trying to show you Two Girls One
Yeah.
Cup.
okay, like
I was trying to show you he was a decent looking man.
I love the guy. You can't even see his face. He goes out and he's got the red fingers painted, and he's like, "Have you seen that guy?"
No,
He's just got like two red fingers, and he goes up to people and he's like, "Hey, you want to smell this?" And like he gets some people to do it, or he gets whatever, and then he's drinking like dolphin juice or sphincter juice. He's got like pop cans of like seltzers made up of it. He's hilarious. He's just super weird. He's like, I got two buckets of sardines in my trunk. If you want to go outside and have a good time, you know what I'm saying?
see, that doesn't sound as funny to me as seeing this guy
I'm telling you,
butt hair remove his asshole.
it's hilarious. There's certain people who are like, you need to get the hell away from me. And there's certain people who are like, I don't know if you're cool or if you're just messing with me. Like, it's weird. But anyways, let's get off of that. We're getting deep into this world of
I really wish.
pushing buttons and doing everything else. But yeah.
I really wish you would have seen that dude's asshole.
But yeah. So we're getting deep in this episode. I'm glad I didn't. I'll do that on my own.
I'm
time.
disappointed. I'm disappointed that you didn't get to see it.
That was a weird laugh I put out for that too. Oh, cringy.
There's a point too when he's all done.
I don't need to know, Steve. I
He's
don't
all-
need to know.
Super funny. He's all done.
I'm glad you got
And
to
it's
see
like-
his butthole, and you finished off with knowing exactly how he finished off too.
He's like, he's like, and here it is. Post cream, post shower, I'm all cleaned up and everything. And he like puckers it.
No, I don't need that in my life.
I know you don't need it, but I wanted you to have it. And I wanted you to grasp how fucking bizarre it is that's we get what's the most views we've ever had on a video?
I don't know. What do you?
Like maybe like 250 from our first one, and that's because YouTube was promoted. So on average,
No,
most
when
of
we
guys, like,
when we fucking
80
hashtag
something.
feet, we blew up because
Like-
people are weird.
80 something or some bullshit, and all it takes is for us to just put our butthole on YouTube and make sure it's educational, and boom, look at that, overnight success.
Yeah, not the right way.
If it was still up, I was gonna say that we need to wax our assholes and put that on the internet, and then we blow up, bro. I had a path to success for us. That's all I'm saying.
All right,
And I
well,
wanted
I'm glad you embraced that
I
path.
wanted
And
to.
you watched it fully.
I did.
You watched it fully. Yeah. And then try to show it to your best friend.
Yes. Hey, you realize that, I mean, there's a thing of like, you see the horrors in life and you want to share it with people.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. But
But still.
yeah, I'm glad it was censored out. If it
I'm-
wasn't, I know it'd
I am
it'd have been a whole nother experience.
I am upset, and I wish we could travel back in time to last week whenever it was still on the fucking internet.
Check your content before you try to put it on. Just saying.
I did last week, and then we didn't do the
Yeah.
show. I was plumbed up and ready to go, baby.
You gotta be on that shit. Anyways,
Either way.
NFL Sunday
We
coming
never
up.
talked about the Browns. We never talked about...
I'm doing it right now. NFL Sunday coming up. We got the Browns and the Bengals, baby. Looking forward to that show. Of course, I will be here with you.
Yeah,
For your boy's birthday party.
Yep.
I just dropped you
both kids.
40 pounds of wingies.
We're going to eat some chicken wings.
We're gonna smash some chicken wings.
We
watch
do
the Browns.
We
play.
do the double up party for both kids. They're
Yeah.
close enough in
Your
birthdays.
kids' birthdays in the background. Whatever. Hey, whatever. We're watching this Browns game.
Yeah.
We'll see Deshaun Watson, hand job expert, go to town.
Yeah.
I mean,
Would you
Come
call
on.
him, would you call him a hand job expert, or would you call him a hand job receiver expert?
I call him an expert because at that point he knows what he likes,
Oh, true.
so he can tell the girl what he likes. You know what I mean? He's gotten a couple hundred hand jobs,
But it's not
from
like he's
different
an
girls.
but it's not like he's an expert at giving them.
Yeah. I think at this point he probably likes
You would think as a quarterback.
some nair on there.
You would think as a quarterback, he'd be better at giving them. And then
Yeah, but-
and then a wide receiver would be better at receiving them.
He's not good with his own hands yet. We haven't. I mean, he used to be. He used to be really good with his own hands. So maybe he's, he needs to figure it out again.
Oh, now he's
So-
cut off from getting them professionally. Now he's going to be
Right,
back.
he's back
good-
good with his own hands. Let's go, baby.
That grip's going to be strong. No fumbles this year
Let's
from
go,
that guy.
Browns. We're excited.
This grip strength's going to be so strong.
Obviously the man has gone through some shit. Don't support any of the claims that came out. Yada yada, whatever. But let's hope he does good.
Wishy-washy on
We
that.
like the Browns. Yeah. I mean, my true feeling on that is like indifferent, but whatever.
If he was smart enough.
We're not going to put it on here.
If he
So
was,
don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere with it. Steve, touchy subject. Let's talk about.
a simple NDA would have got him out of all that problem.
I'm not sure if that didn't happen. But anyways,
Yeah, what on the other 40?
he didn't get in any trouble.
Oh, that's true.
He got in no trouble.
Was he countersuing? He can if he had an
Yeah,
NDA.
he just kind of. I mean, he was like, "Hey, so you give him a hand job."
I mean,
did he force your hand the whole time?
like
Well, no, I don't know. Like
I said a few podcasts ago, that Grey's Anatomy, that dude
I mean,
wanted to beat the shit out of him and made them sign non-disclosure agreements.
Ben Roethlisberger got to retire from the NFL, and we're pretty sure that man was a little rapey.
Yeah,
Maybe, I don't know. This guy was a little handsy.
allegations.
I don't know. Either way, let's not worry about it. Let's go on.
It is one of those things. If
We can't end with this.
No.
We got to end right now.
hey, we did our ADGT fantasy football draft.
We did.
I got a B.
Goofy
What was your
again.
grade? What was your grade?
A B.
You got a B. I got a B plus. So fuck you.
Yeah.
You going down?
Good luck.
You going down?
We had a couple newbies in our draft. Well,
One-
one returning.
Well, no, two. Yeah.
One complete newbie. We got some new players in the draft I'm excited about.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I'm hoping more waiver wires, more draft picks happen, more people making some moves.
Probably not.
Probably not, except me.
Probably still you and Wheeler like it
Yeah.
was last year. Although
Well,
I made
got
a lot of moves too.
You made some moves
Towards the end of the season, I had to because my quarterback's fucking croaked out.
Yeah, that ain't no thing. It's not a traditional league where you see a lot of moves and trades going on.
Yeah.
Because they need a position and they're holding a bench of some sweet stuff.
Well, we're only 10. We're only 10 players too. You
we're week one. Doesn't matter.
yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But you will be seeing me making moves.
You won't see me beating you in the playoffs.
No.
I'm gonna say playoffs. You won't even make it to the finals. You gotta go against me. Dude, I don't know. I talk shit about things I can't even fucking control. Like literally, we're all just betting on things we can't control right now.
Yeah, I mean it's and I'm weak. I could see some of these guys that I'm like, what the hell are you doing? They still make it to the playoffs because they make it to the finals or they win it all because God forbid because it's a little bit of rolling the dice.
What was it last year? They didn't even play a fucking game because there were snowstorms or some shit. Wasn't Buffalo? They didn't even play a fucking game, but it happened with players on teams that were like the bottom two slots, so we didn't even care.
Right, and that would be hard to like as the new commish.
Yeah,
because you handed it over to me.
Yeah,
which
I
is
didn't
smart.
want to do anything anymore.
Because I can actually do some shit.
Yeah.
I changed a little bit of stuff around. I opened it up. No, some stuff like that happened, and they had to have a makeup game or whatever, and they're like, "Oh no, we can't have a makeup game. It's too late in the season." Didn't affect anything really, so we didn't worry about it. But
Yeah, the only players that didn't get points were on teams that weren't anywhere.
it wouldn't really matter unless they got like 30, 40 points or some shit. So we were like, it's fine.
Right.
But yeah, it'll be fun. It's the ADGT League,
Second annual.
second annual. We're just building it up. Maybe next year we have 100 players. We have multiple divisions. I don't know.
Whoa.
You never know where we might go.
You ready for that one, Commish?
I don't think so. We're not really doing that because we're not a fantasy football podcast. But no, it went well. Everybody, one person was there, and he got an auto draft. But
we can't even make updates on our social media, let alone fucking
run a fantasy league. That's for some different podcasts, but yeah, other than that, so that's starting. So I'll kick your ass in that.
Cool, man. I hope so.
You squeezed by in second place last year.
Yeah. Did better than you.
Yeah, it's because you had to extend it out a week.
Did better than you.
Barely. It's
Better than you.
Questionable. You still didn't win.
Neither did you.
Nope.
Did better than you.
Barely.
Enough. Where there's an inch.
But I suppose our first year. This is our now.
What does
our
Vin Diesel
second
say
year.
in Fast and Furious? Doesn't matter if I win by an inch or a mile.
So when Steve doesn't win playoffs, I will rub that shit in his face. But anyways,
And I will show you another video of an asshole.
he's gonna show me assholes on that. Anyway, Steve, did you have yourself a damn good time?
I did. Cody, did you have yourself a damn good time?
I had a damn good time on that, brother.
And we hope that you guys at home and listening, watching, whatever, we hope you guys had a damn good time as well. Be sure to click like and subscribe, do all the fun things, share us with friends. Follow us for the updates on our fantasy football league. Follow us for whenever I finally find an unedited YouTube video of a guy's asshole for Cody to watch.
Nope.
I think it's so bizarre that it was YouTube out there.
It is. And
But
I'm glad
still,
I never
okay.
had to see it.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers next week, guys. We'll see you next week.
I love you.
Appreciate
I love
you.
We love you, the listener.
Tune in. Tell your grandma about us. That's all I gotta say.
See you next time.